So we're going to walk through the step-by-step on how to set up and integrate the Smile.io app with your Shopify website. So this is a fairly easy setup, honestly. When you first go over to the App Store, you're going to find Smile.io. You're going to add it in, and then you're going to basically integrate it, approve it to your Shopify store. And then here is what you can basically start going through. So I've already done that, so it's not going to be able to show that part of the setup, but it's a standard thing. When you go to the App Store, you find the app, you add it in, and you can kind of get started. So the first thing that it's going to ask you to do is it's going to say click to get started, and it's going to give you like 3 steps. It's going to say the launcher, and it's going to ask you to create the button at the bottom of your website. It's going to ask you to choose the name of your rewards program. It's going to ask you to choose a brand color, and then basically what your reward points is. So once you do those 3 steps, you're able to also do those in additional steps here. So I'm just going to skip that part and then just walk you through, once you're on the basic homepage of this app in your Shopify store, what you need to do to get started. So first you go to program. And here is where you can start adding in ways that people can earn points, essentially. So you can really choose the different things that you want to. It's pretty cool the amount of options that you have. There's some basic like best practices that Smile recommends for, points and things like that. So they recommend for points like 1 point per dollar spent. Although in here, it also says that they recommend like that you choose 5 points for every dollar spent. But if you look at most rewards programs, it's actually usually $1 per point, but you can adjust as you choose. So you can come in here and you can adjust these types of things here. So if you don't upgrade, right now I'm on the free version. You kind of get the basic version of everything, which I think is always fine just to start off with. You want to make sure you like the app and the program before you are paying $50 a month. So I always tend to sort of just choose the free route first. So you're going to come over here and you can adjust this if you want to. If you want to give people 5 points for every dollar spent, it's completely up to you. But I just like $1 because that's sort of the general norm that I see across most loyalty programs. And that seems like a fair amount. And then you can come over here and you can click add ways to earn. So I've already gone in here and added the ways to earn. So celebrating a birthday, they recommend 200 points. Signing up for the loyalty program, it's a one-time thing, 200 points. Following on Instagram, this could be like 50 points, 100 points. You can kind of adjust how you like. Sharing on Facebook, 50 points or 100 points. And then placing an order is the one that we were just talking about. The standard norm for most loyalty programs is 1 point for every dollar spent. But again, you can come in here and adjust any of these things accordingly. And you can look up different point system recommendations. But the points I've added in here are the general norm of what Smile recommends that you add in. And then if I come back here, additional ways to earn. So I don't have Twitter, so I'm not going to put that. And then, we could put a like if you want, if you have a Facebook page, but I'm just going to cancel that. Whoops. Okay. And then we're going to get down to where it says redeem points. So this is where your customers are able to basically take the points that they've added up and redeem them for your store. So the rule of thumb here is give a bunch of ways to redeem points. It just makes it easier for people to be able to redeem them, essentially. So you can click here and it says add ways to redeem. So for most of you, you're going to be looking at these ones. If you have brick and mortar, then you're going to be looking at these ones down here. So the amount discount, a percentage discount, free shipping, and then to get free product, you have to upgrade your account. So I've already kind of gone in here and added a couple of these. I've done order discount. So essentially customers earn $1 off their entire order for every 100 points that they've redeemed. And so again, you can kind of come in here and adjust accordingly. You could put 200 points, and they get $2. So it just kind of depends, what you want to do. And you can always refer to, again, Smile's recommended amounts if you're not really sure what to put here. Or you can just use what they already have set in here, honestly. And then I have a $5 off coupon. So if someone uses 500 points, they get $5 off coupon. Again, there's going to be like standard norms for this kind of stuff, but in the end, it's really up to you. I'm just showing you what Smile is recommending in their platform as best practices. Again, best practices from a platform like this is going to be important because, again, they have a bazillion people that run these programs. And so they're going to give you the estimates that work for a lot of their clients. So $5, a $5 discount for someone who has 500 points, a $10 coupon for 1,000 points, and then a $25 off coupon for 2,500 points. Again, you can adjust this a little bit more if you would like, but this is going to be like the standard amounts here. All right, the next part of this program is the referrals, which is a really cool part. So I'm just going to click activate. So essentially, referrals is when your customers are on your website and it says refer a friend, you get something, they get something. So again, this is going to be based on what you want to offer out. I'm going to give you my own recommendations here of some amounts that I think work really well, but it kind of depends on like your average order value. If your average order value is really high, then you can make the coupon for the person referring a friend a little bit higher. You know what I mean? And you can also give the coupon to the person that's using it, and you could put a minimum amount, that kind of stuff. So you can come in here and you can click change. I'm just going to click edit just to show you what I've put in here. So basically, this is a coupon that it will say, like, for example, let's look at Primally Pure. Sorry. So if you go to, it's in their footer. So get $10 off. I love their referral amount. I think it's like a perfect amount. So give 10, get 10. Give your friends $10 off their first order of $50 or more and get $10 as a coupon code for each referral. So I really like this because it sort of, people are still spending quite a bit of money. They're not giving $10 and, the purchase is like $20. So it kind of depends on your average order value. Their Primarily Pure products are quite expensive. So it's very easy to walk away from their store with like $150 order. If you're selling $10 bracelets, then you want to adjust this to a little bit lower, of course. Like you could put, if your average order value is $25, for example, then you could reduce the minimum amount. It could be you give $5 and get $5. So it could be you give $5 with a minimum of a $20 purchase or something like that, or a $25 purchase, and then you give the referee $5 towards a future coupon or something like that. So kind of just think about what's good for you and your audience, but this is where you would adjust it here. You would just basically adjust the discount. And then if you do want a minimum purchase amount, like you give $10, but they have to spend $50, you would just put that there. So it's pretty standard with a Shopify discount, but you would adjust all these things in here. And then you can look at your referred friend. So again, the discount amount, and then if there's a minimum in here. So honestly, I really like to not give a minimum for the person who's like referring friends, just because for them, like they're getting you business. So I would make sure that one does not have a minimum amount. They should just be able to have a discount applied to their order. So I would just adjust those accordingly. Okay. And then we're moving down into the nudging. We're going to actually look at that later because it's actually down here. Social sharing. Again, you can kind of click these things here. Adjust your messages accordingly. For this, like I think keep it as is unless you really despise what they have, because a lot of this is all coded. Like you can see these specific things there. So, or referral variable. So I would just be cautious of that. And if you do adjust them, make sure that you're using the exact code here because it will screw up your emails otherwise. And then again, some of these things are going to be the basic view, so you don't get all access to everything, but you can look at the custom referral link preview and you can upgrade if you would like to. Okay, so then we're going to go down into, we're going to skip, we're also going to skip this part here, like the referral landing page, because there's a whole section of that down here. And I want to make sure that that's quite clear. So for now, we're just going to ignore this. And we're going to just go down the list here just to keep it in chronological order. So VIP, you do have to have the upgrade for this. So if you do upgrade your account, it's $50 a month. You can add a VIP option. You don't need it, especially when you're first starting out. So I would skip this for now. I think it's important just to get the basics set up for now. Then we're going to click on activity. This is where once you have activity, you're going to look at that here. So right now, because it's new, you don't have any activity. Customers, again, this is where your customer information is going to be. Right now, you don't actually have any customer information. Okay, then we're going to click on branding. So with the basic theme, you can't do too much, which I still think that's okay. If you're wanting to pay the extra amount and upgrade, then you're able to add images and different icons and different things like that. But, to be honest, especially if this is your first referral and loyalty program, I think you can just kind of keep it simple, honestly. So right here is the color. So this is going to be the color of this block here. Whatever your brand color is, I would use a bright one and put that here because you want this to kind of pop, because it will basically be shown at the bottom of your website as like a pop-up icon, which we're going to walk through in a sec. So I would advise you to have a color that really pops off the page and not like a black or white color. And then you can adjust the font color here. Panel. So this is going to be your program name. So you don't have to have some fancy name. I would just put your brand name and then rewards. You could do like rewards and loyalty program. Just make sure it doesn't get cut off so people can't see it. So, whatever it is, just put a fun name that reflects your program. And then launcher. So this is where we are going to adjust the little pop-up icon that's at the bottom of the page. This is actually what your referral program will actually look like here. So if I'm going to show you an example in a sec. So here's an example of a brand, Woof and Wonder. So if you go down here, this is their rewards program. So see how you might actually miss that if you didn't know they had a rewards program. With that said, they have it linked up here. So if you didn't click on this, it's going to say it up here. And then if you click, it's going to bring you to their rewards page, which they've built out. But if we go back down here, the launcher is this right here. So see how it opens up, and it's quite simple, honestly. You don't need anything crazy here. You just want to have something that a color that really pops out. So I would have something. I like to do icon and text, because see how, or the one that I just showed you, it was just the icon, and a lot of people might just skip that over. So you can adjust what you like here in terms of icons. I kind of like the gift box. I like the star. And I like the shopping with the heart icon. I think these make sense for a loyalty program. And again, just make sure your name here is relevant. So I would put rewards, I would put loyalty, refer a friend, something like that that's going to get someone to actually go and click on this icon here. And then this part is basically for the page. There's sort of two things that you can do here. So what you can do, and I'm going to have you click on this and watch this video because it explains how to do this in like 2 minutes. It's super easy, but instead it's just easier to watch that video basically. But what you want to do is you can have two different options here. One is that you can build out a referral page, kind of like in Primarily Pure. They have an actual page for their rewards program. So if you click on rewards, they've just built out a page in their Shopify store, just like you can do in any other website page. The Woof and Wonder also has a page. So you can build out a page here. It doesn't have to be this crazy. It can be quite simple. You're just wanting to tell people what, about your program, what you can get for rewards, all that kind of stuff. So you can keep it extremely, extremely simple, but you want to have something that just talks about what your program is. I really like the Primarily Pure Rewards one. I think it's a really nice page, but you can see here, this is kind of a lot of stuff. So if this feels overwhelming to you, just keep it simple. And if you do not want to build out a page, what you can do is after you build out your program and you activate it, you can then come down here and you can go into your, and again, this video here will walk you through exactly what to do. You essentially copy this right here, this smile dash home. Then you go into your online store and your navigation, and you basically just add this to your navigation menu. And so it would be something like Wonder Fam Rewards or Primarily Pure. It says Pure Rewards. So for this, we call this Magnolia Rewards. You would add that to your navigation and then add this right here. And then what will happen, it's really, really cool, is when someone clicks on this, it actually opens up this. Sorry, I'm going to use this as an example. When you click here, it opens up this to pop up right away. So it actually now it triggers this and not a page. So if you don't want to build out a page in your website for your rewards program, you want to keep it simple, you want to do the bare minimum, then I would do this option here. And like I said, if you watch this video, it tells you exactly what to do. And it's literally like a 2-minute long video. So super, super, super informative. Okay, next up, we're going to go into customer emails. So customer emails on notifications, again, these are going to be all the emails that are going to go out to people if they earn points, if they've redeemed their reward, if they've gotten a referral from a friend. So you can kind of come in here and adjust accordingly. I would keep these pretty standard to what they have here because again, this type of stuff is all coded. So you don't want to screw with it too much, honestly. Keep it simple. You want to kind of keep it simple. So what you can do here is you can add a banner image if you upgrade your account. So not necessary. I think if you do upgrade and you want to add like a logo or something, I think that's perfectly fine. But these emails you can keep honestly super, super simple wherever you can in general. Like you want to add your branding colors and things like that. But when I'm in here, it doesn't even really let me do much with this email at all. So you kind of have to play around with where you can edit and things like that. So so you just go through here and just take a peek at these, look at the different things that you can edit or change if you want to. And that's pretty much it. And then if you have Klaviyo, for example, you can come down here and you can actually integrate Klaviyo with your Smile account if you would like to. So you can click on that and it's going to integrate everything. So basically this information gets funneled into Klaviyo and all that. So it's all good stuff. But yeah, you can kind of take a peek at these emails and see if there's anything that you can add there, especially if you have the upgrade where you can do a little bit more personalization. But honestly, not necessary for now. I think just keep it simple to start off with. Then we're going to get into nudges. So these are pretty cool. And again, if you have the basic plan, you can't do too much. You can just do one. But essentially these like nudge people after they buy from you to do something for you. So if we click on this one, so basically what happens is on the thank you page, you can see here, visibility conditions. Customers are on the pages with the thank you and the URL. So essentially after someone orders from you, this is going to pop up and it's just going to say, you can adjust the title here. I think you can keep it exactly as long as your coupon amounts work. But actually it pulls up the reward thing from your account, which is kind of cool. So share this with your friends and your friends get this and we give you this. So pretty cool actually. And then if people want to do that, they can just copy this link and send that off. This is something that Home Chef does in their accounts. Like I didn't have to sign up for anything. It just gives me a link and I can do that, which is kind of nice, honestly, because sometimes you just don't want to sign up for like a million different accounts. And then you can adjust the icon here. I think, whatever one you like, I think they all look fine, honestly. And then you can upload your own one if you want to. So pretty easy for that stuff. And then integration. So again, if you have Klaviyo and you have other things here, you can kind of take a peek through here and look at which ones you could integrate if you want to. So it's pretty cool. But I think the Klaviyo one is pretty great. And, you guys know I love my Klaviyo. But I think you can upgrade and then you can do more like segmentation and get the emails sent from Klaviyo instead of the Smile thing. And then billing is obviously where your billing information is. And that's pretty much it. And then you basically just want to go back in and make sure that it's activated. So there's a button that somewhere that I clicked. Yeah, it'll say something like active or activate or something. And you just want to make sure that that's activated and you're literally good to go. So in 20 minutes, you could literally have a loyalty program up and running, which is pretty incredible. And if you kind of like click here, you can see what this would look like. So again, it's basic, but you know what? It does the trick. So that is it for Smile. It's really easy to integrate. I really like the simplicity of the program because it works. Like you don't need all this fancy stuff. You don't need a crazy expensive loyalty program. You can always start off with something and see how you like it, see how it works. Like, if you're like, oh God, I really need the upgrades because I can't personalize things and my branding is so important to me and I want like beautiful email notifications to go out. So those, banner images are important to me, then you can always do that. But with a loyalty program, the biggest thing is like, how can I incentivize my customers to buy more? So I think with loyalty programs too, and something that like Primally Pure does quite well is the point system is really, really good. So I feel like when I'm looking at like this point system, it's going to take you a long time to get anything, I think.